Let me add myself to the stage over here. Welcome. It's another lunchtime session with Paul Grossman, the dark arts wizard of test automation and AI. And I am going to be showing off some skills, I guess. Today, we'll be taking a look at some tools that I play around with. It's not just AI that I work in. I also work in image creation and stuff like that. And I figured I would probably show off some of the tools that I work with. And I'm going to go and prep my screen here and go and show that. So let me go. Hey, I got one eyeball. Who's looking at me? I got one person from my Twitch stream. I always think it's an AI that's actually just looking at me on the Twitch screen, but because they never talk to me. So I'm going to go and share a screen. We are going to share an entire screen. We're going to share this screen over here. I like this one, so I'll go put that over here. That's a really nice looking waterfall that we've got out there. But today we are going to be searching for some interesting things. Let me see. I'm going to go. I don't want that. I want to do. Let's see. I think I want this. I'll do that. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Let's see what my Control B over there. I'm going to go open up a tab and draw it up here, and we'll go full screen here. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some looking for, let's say, a bad image. Let's go look for a blurry image. Let's start off with that. I'm going to go find some images over here and see, how to fix blurry images. So, and we're going to test out some tools. This one is a pretty blurry picture. We're going to see how well that is. I'm going to go and save that image as blurry image 1. Blurry image 1. And we'll save that over here. And I'm going to go look for some other blurry images, see if we have some other examples, because everybody's got a kind of a blurry image over here. See if I can find something a little bit. That looks, we'll save that image. Blurry image 2. Call that 2. All right, we'll save that. And we'll go and take a look at, see if we can find a third one. I'm pretty sure we could find something. Well, there's no way I could fix that. It just can't be. Just can't be done. Some blur over here. And what else we got? Interesting things there. Too blurred. That's way beyond what could be done. All right. I guess we'll just do the 2 that I picked out here because I can't really find a decent example. Maybe we'll try this one. Ooh. And we'll save image as blurry image 3. By the way, I have headsets on and I can hear the rain coming in. It is raining really hard here in Chicago today. All right. I have a second viewer. So since the first one's almost always, that one went away. We'll try to entertain them as we go along. All right, so I've got 3 blurry images, and the next thing I'm going to do is turn on some music because I think we need some music. What do you think? Let's go find a little bit of music over here. So let's see. I think we'll have it lightly in the background. Looks good. All right, so the Dark Arts Wizard, what's he going to do? We're going to go and take a look at HitPaw today. So here's HitPaw Studio. It's coming up, or it's hiding. It's probably hiding for me. I'll try that one more time. Come on, HitPaw, come on up. Try and get that guy to launch. I'm not sure why I'm not getting him. He must be hiding somewhere. At Creative Studio. There it is. All right. There we go. A very young Russell Crowe being done over there. I'm going to go and import some stuff. Let's go import. What do I want? Blurry Picture 1. Oh, we got Bigfoot over there. Always start off with Bigfoot. We're going to bring this one, and I thought I had another. I thought we had a third. Oh, yeah. We'll import these three. All right, so this is my first blurry picture, and there is cool things that you can do over here with HitPaw Photo. I see a second person. I want to give a shout out to you before you run away. You're watching on my Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. By the way, I do have a chat that's available on there. So if you happen to say, hey, like I know you, or if you want to say hello, just chat out, say hello. And if you're part of my test automation stuff, I'm not doing that today. I might do it at the end. But I'm just kind of playing around with some images I'm going to try and bring into focus. So the first one I've got over here with HitPaw is this lovely little girl with her monkey over there. And I'm just going to sit and do preview. This is the soft mode over here. I'm going to hit preview. And it takes a few seconds. It goes up and down, goes through it. And we'll see how closely it can. Check that out. That, I wish I could, I think I can drag this over a little bit. Maybe I can zoom in. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is not bad. Now it still has a little bit of a jitter blur over here, but overall, that's a pretty good picture. Now, the thing is I'd love to see is if it could do it a couple different times. There's different previews that you can do with this. So there's sharp. We'll take a look at the different ones and see how well. I still got a little bit of the blur of the monkey, kind of the motion blur. That one, not so much. I'm not crazy about that. You can select the faces. You can say, hey, where's the face? Yeah, the face is definitely there. Okay, I'm going to say done on that. And I'm going to go and hit preview over here. And thank you very much for my second viewer. Technically, it's my first viewer. There's one viewer who always joins on and just sits there and watches. I think it's AI stuff. Yeah, still does a pretty good job of this. She's eating a little candy and stuff, but still the dress is still not quite there. So I'm going to go and we're going to do all of these and see how well they look. That one, that didn't seem to do much. That's a fast mode. It says, now this one's generally suitable for enhancing photos under 1,000 pixels. This is not under 1,000 pixels. This is a very, very large one over here. Again, you can say hello. You can say hi. You can say, hey, I got an image. It's blurry. Can you do it? When I do live streams, I always try and have encourage people to interact. I'm very much an interactive person. That one, see, you need a small image. So I tell you what, let's go see if we can find a small image. Let's see. We'll go to Google, and what we'll do is we're going to go find something. Here's a picture of the Loch Ness Monster. In fact, I could make a small image of that, couldn't I? Let's go grab this, maybe this guy, under 100 pixels. No thanks, I don't need to do that. Let me see images. I don't need a search for the Loch Ness Monster. I want to look for blurry. We'll do that. Yeah, It's pretty clear. And I also want to go under my tools and go get a size. I want something, basically icon, something small and blurry. Oh, how about this one over here? We'll save this. We'll save this image as a blurry flower. Blurry flower. And we'll save that over there. I think that looks pretty good. Let's go and pull in a blurry flower. And we'll go add that in here. We'll go find a blurry flower. How big is this? I can't see the size on that, but we'll go import that. That's a pretty blurry flower. Let's go see how well this does. This is a general model, and this one says for photos enhancing under 1,000 pixels. Let's see what it does. I'm always a pessimist. I don't expect anything fantastic to come out of this, but if it does, it's kind of cool. Okay. Oh, what I do? I did export. I go back. I want to go to this blurry flower over here. I'm going to go back. Processing. Go back. Let's try that one more time. I want to preview this instead of the export. My bad. See what it does. It just made the squares. It made the squares a little bit bigger. So one of the other tools I like to use when I'm working on video editing and images stuff is Snagit. I'm going to take a look at Snagit. And Snagit has a Candy Mapper pop-up challenge that I've got over there. So I'm going to go and import this and create a new version of this. Let's see what I'm going to do. We're going to just force this into a small image. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go grab that. And now that I've done that, I don't know why, but my Snagit keeps disappearing every time I do it. I do a screen capture. I think it's a setting I've got incorrectly done. So there's that. The resolution is 800 by 300. I'm going to go and minimize this. I don't want it to do that. I'm going to go, let's see if we can make it really tiny. Now that's a tiny, tiny picture. So I am going to go bring it up a little bit. No, I think that should be fine. I'm actually going to go snag from that. So I can't snag from that. What am I talking about? What is Polly talking about? What that snag is. What is going on with that? Come on. Give me my settings. Give me my settings. We're going to go bring this back up here. And I'm going to go and say File, Save As, Export. I think we'll save as. And let's see, we'll save this under images. I think we'll go to images. Yeah. And it's PNG. We could make it something like a bitmap or something. I think we'll make tiny flower. Like that. Tiny blurry flower. Blurry tiny flower over here. All right, we gotta save that off. Cool, and away it went. Let's go see what happens if we bring in a tiny blurry flower. Where is blurry tiny flower? Blurry tiny flower. If I import that, I think it's still the same size. I need to resize this in some way. So let me try this again. I'm going to go back over to my editor, over to Snagit Editor. Snagit Editor wants to come up. It's hiding on me somewhere. There. That's not it. That's just my live stream. I want this editor. And see if I can bring up this Snagit. There we go. It's just hiding behind the scenes. And I am going to go and say image. Arrange effects tools. I think there's a resize that I can do over here. Resize image, resize canvas. So I guess the resize image, I'm gonna make this, it says under 100. We'll make it 99 and 99. How about that? Hit OK. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted. I want to do the other one, which is to resize the image. Okay, we'll make that 50 and 50. We'll do that. Okay, we applied it. Flatten all. I will flatten that. And I will file save as, and we'll save that as that blurry tiny flower. It'll say, hey, there's something you want to replace it. I'll say yes. So now I've got a tiny blurry flower. We're going to go back over to, here. I'm going to go import this again and get that tiny blurry flower. There we go, blurry tiny flower. I think I said tiny blurry flower. What did it export it as? Did it export it as a custom file? Where'd he go? Bring that back over here for a second. Okay. How did I export it? Export. I want to export. I want to export this as a PNG to, I don't want to put it to OneDrive. I wanted to put it to my pictures, yes. We'll export it there. Choose color. I don't care about this. I just want to, yes. Output directory, snag it. No, I wanted to send it to my pictures. We'll send it to pictures. There we go. We'll hit OK there. And next, step 4, finish. And we should have a tiny version of that. Where's our tiny? T-I-N-Y. There we go. So that's copy of blurry picture. We'll import that. Seriously? All right. Blurry flower, JPEG, tiny. I want the tiny, T-I-N-Y. Tiny one. I think that's the one I just created, so I'll go import that. Yeah, that's pretty horrible. That is. Now let's go preview this and check out some different modes on what it looks like when I do it. And we'll come back to that. Look at that. Okay. Look at that. That's nice. Now what I would love to do, and I haven't figured out yet, is to do it twice, because I think that's pretty good. I'm going to go and export that. And it is exporting blurry tiny flower. Cool. I don't know why it's exporting everything. It's going to end up with a whole bunch of stuff. But I guess you can export out blurry photo. And it says one of them it didn't like. All right, that's fine. We don't need that. I'll go back and I'll go import the blurry flower again. So we should have tiny, a third one in here. Yes, we do. So we had 11, 20, 25, blurry tiny flower, copy of blurry tiny flower, blurry tiny flower. We're going to bring in, I guess, this one, 11, 25, 35, 11, 25, 40, 11, 25, 40.7. We'll bring those in. We'll bring that in. So there's my original one, and I'm going to go and preview this one more time. So this is the one that was processed once. And look at that. I mean, that's freaking beautiful. Let's go take a look at a couple of different versions over here. Let's see if anybody else is watching that. Just a second person. All right, cool. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not much. We're going to do a sharp. We'll go through that. And then we'll go back to our little girl over there. I mean, that looks pretty decent. And here's a small one. We were looking at this, the fast mode for improving it. That looks good. Or the quality. The quality was the one where it was very small. Let me see if we can see the resolution over here. Resolution is 200 by 200. That's 50 by 50. This is our small one. Let's go take a look at our general denoise, our fast. We'll preview this, and then we'll do the quality one and see, because this one is really small. And this, because this says it works best under 1,000 pixels. I said 1,000, I went with 200. Okay, not so much. Let me go see. Let's go find this 200 one over here. Let's go process that and see how that works. So this is 200 by 200. It's under 1,000. Yeah, looks not too bad, not too shabby. I can also denoise. So let's go back over to our little girl over here. And we're going to take a look at other stuff that's going on here. We can denoise this. So we're going to get rid of the noise. Hopefully that will get rid of the fuzz. Let's see how that works. So I'm just like playing around with this. I've lost my one viewer. All right. So that takes a little while to do. You can resolve lines. I'm going to go over to colorize model. Now let's bring in, here's Russell Crowe. You can actually colorize him. The only thing is Russell Crowe, his eyes are not gray. I'm pretty sure they're blue. And that's what I was thinking about, was if I could go and do that. I gotta get some old photos and upload that. But let's stick with the girl over here. We're going to do a little bit more. This is low light. This is going to be really overdone. So it's really no point in me doing it. But I figured I'd do it and say, hey, because it's going to get all totally washed out, because it is actually a really bright picture over there. That's okay. We don't want that. Scratched photo. Let's go find a scratched photo and try and fix that. Let's see. If I bring up my pictures of blurry photos. Old scratched photos. Let's do this one over here. Old scratched photos. Oh my gosh, what a wonderful set of photos that have been just kind of ruined. Let's take this one over here. We are going to go save image as scratched photo. We'll do that. And we'll see how that works. Let's go and bring this in. I think it went into downloads. I don't think it came in over here. Scratched. Did it? Oh, it did. All right, so we have a scratch photo. All right. So we're going to scratch repair. We have a face model. We are going to go preview this and see how well it does. So it's sitting there thinking about it. All right, this is HitPaw Photo AI. And I love playing around with this. Not too bad. It got almost everything except for this one out there. And it also made a wonderful thing out of that. So that's cool. So what else can I do? Color calibration. So I think I want to export. I think I'm exporting a ton of stuff here. I don't think I want to. I just want to export this. You know what? I'm going to get rid of this, and that. We'll let it process this. And we'll do our scratched photo. All right. Cool. So I'm going to go back and let's go to It sneezes. Ooh. So it did a pretty good job on that. So I'm going to go and import this scratch, because I think the scratch should be up there. This is our repaired scratched photo. We'll import that. It's looking pretty good. Now we want to do some color. So I want to colorize this. Where's my color? Where's my color? I know there's a color. General colorize model. We'll do this. It's an old photo. We'll preview that. I like the old photo better than the black and white. See? That's okay. Let's go with a black and white over here. We'll preview that and see what we can do. All right. For some reason, I think it's like Gina Davis. All right. So she's got some lipstick on it. It's got brown hair, blue over there. I'm gonna go and export. I think I'll cancel that. I guess it already went. So the next thing is I would like to change her eye color. Is we're gonna have to use something else to do that. So I'm gonna type in eye color and see what I have here. If I have the app. So I'm going to put in app's eye color. Let's see, what do we have? Like the store over here. I have no idea what these things are. Clip arts or eyes. I don't know. Red eye removal. Nah, not what I'm looking for. Let's go take a look at my little things over here. I do have Adobe Creative Cloud. Let me take a look at Photo Studio 12. We're going to pull this in Pixio and see what we can do that. See if there's anything we can mess around with in there. So, scratched photo. Where's the colorized version of this? Think if I do scratch, we should get 3, and one of them's in color. No, we don't. No, why not? Why not? Because I didn't export this. That's why. I want to export. No. I wish I understood how I could just get all the ones I want, but I guess it's all being done. It's all processing them. All right, we'll go and cancel this. Okay. I want to stop the processing. We'll ditch this. We'll go back and let's see. I want to go grab this picture right off of my screen, and that's using. Let's see what we can do with our little tool over here. Let's take a look at add photo. There is our image. We'll open it up. Cool. See what cool things we can do with this. So we can remove the background. Let's go remove the background. Let InPixio do it. Sit there and think for a minute. Looks like she's got hair kind of floating. Look at that. That's nice. Images. We can put in some other background images. Do that. Put that. That's pretty neat. Might go down over here, put some wood paneling behind the scenes. That is so smooth. Oh, futuristic. Yeah. That's so neat. Oh, look, there are a whole bunch of different wood textures you can put into the background there. And this one has a whole bunch of marble. That doesn't seem to match up as well. Oh, nice little bokeh backgrounds. That's all right. Put it in the future. Yes, but what I really want to do is some adjustments. The edge, the temperature, the color adjustments. We can make it a little bit more smooth on the backgrounds. That's neat. And our exposure, not too bad. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna go back to editing the photo. There's auto correction. So it kind of got our little interesting there. It's this little, the background doesn't quite mesh on that. Let's take a look at our sharpness. Let's do noise reduction. We'll do some noise. Ooh, that got a little soft. Too soft, I think. reduce noise. All right, this looks good. And if I do the radius, probably go crazy on how much time it takes. Let's go zoom in a little bit over here and make this noise a little less. It's kind of cool. If we go to our sharpness, how much sharpness do we want? That's pretty cool, but now we need to reduce some of the noise that we've got in there to make it a little bit faster. Now, you're probably wondering, what kind of system am I currently running on? And that is an MSI system. It is a pretty high-end machine. I use it for all sorts of things like video editing, and also if I want to have something really quickly update with my image enhancement, I want to have something that can really handle the power on that. Still want to change your eyes, so let's go take a look at photo editing. So we can do some cropping. There's text I can put on there. I have effects, vignetting, can make it a little cool there. Our midpoint, I think we can adjust our midpoint there. How much do we have? And our feathering. Ooh, yeah, looks nice. All right, we have a film grain. We're gonna edit a film grain. Oh no, we're not doing that. Sorry. Graduated background. We can adjust how much is blurry and what's in focus, so we can actually blur the background and really make this striking over here. This is nice. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. How did I rotate this? I think I saw the rotate over here. There we go. We can do that. We'll get the eyes totally in focus. And everything else becomes a little bit of a soft blur. I do want her hair in focus. So well, actually her hair is we'll take that out because they'll blend a little bit better in with the background. We'll take care of that. Let me zoom out here. Is there a top on this? I don't know. Yeah, this looks, our blur brightness. We'll zoom in a little bit more. This looks good. This is actually blurring fairly well, giving us a nice cool little background and blurring out stuff that we want. Yeah, I'm going to keep it over there, so we're good. This looks good. Yep. All right, what else do we have? Some creative things we can do. Changing our the color of the LUT. All right. Yeah, I actually liked it the way it was, so I think we're good over here. Can determine how much of this is being impacted. Nice, cool little implementation there. Textures, film strips, all sorts of nice stuff. But I'm gonna go back to my AIs. If we replace stuff, we can erase objects. Let's go erase some object. I think we will erase this and see what Inpixio does. Look at that. I don't want this either. We'll get rid of that. Looks good. Cool. A little bit more over here, please. Except I think that's going to get rid of, yeah, it brings it up. This is coming up a little high, so I think we will go and say, hey, can you bring this up a little bit too? Yeah. All right, we got rid of the blocks. It's looking okay. I think we're having a nice little area. Now this is doing auto detection, so it's going to find what areas it can highlight and use. And there are more tools over here. Brush size, hardness. This is all sorts of, we can clone, we can also patch up stuff. So I can duplicate the selection, grab a selection and duplicate it. That's kind of neat. But I'm actually looking, so I'm going to go and export this. We're going to see if we can get her eyes. We're going to find something to do her eyes. So I want to save. There we go. And the file name is in Pixio. Call that scratched photo in Pixio. And we'll save it to the original folder. I'll show it in the folder so I can find it very quickly. It's sitting right over here. Nice. Fun little stuff we got going on today. And let's take a look at what other tools I can use. Let's go to the intranet. We're going to go over there and pull something else out here. Change eye color. Color free. Let's see what's AI. There's Remaker. So it says start from an image. It says drop image over here. So I'm going to go and grab my pictures. We'll do this, and we'll grab this guy and drop it right over there. And see what we can do. Yes, I'll accept all your cookies. Well, she looks like she's on the TV series Dune. And yeah, not all that crazy about it. There's my zoom. Okay, that's a zoom on there. I think that, yeah, target color, blue eyes. I want light blue eyes. Let's try that. And the brush. Or maybe that's just the, I'm using one credit. So it highlighted the areas that we would do. So we'll make it light blue and let's see what it does. Remaker takes a little while. I think we'll go in while that's cooking. We'll take a look at for some other stuff. Change eye color for free. Let's try a few other things. Free online photo. And this is Lunapic. Yeah, good. Beautiful. Yeah, wonderful. So, nice. So let me open a file. File. Upload image. Let's go choose a file. It says I can drag and drop. So let's do that drag and drop trick again. I will go and grab this and drag it over here. So there she is. And I would like to put in some blue eyes. Not sure exactly where I went. I think I ended up at C for some reason. Oh, that's Remaker. Oh, I think Remaker finished this off. So I want to go and I guess I gotta download it before I can look at it. All right. Let's see what this looks like. You know, not too bad, not too shabby. It's okay. It's an all right. It's an all right effect. The eyes are a little. Eyes are getting a little into the eyelid over there. I think. And is that a dot or is that me? Did I put that in there? No, I don't want that. Control Z. Yeah, it didn't quite do that. It's also the resolution's a little low, so maybe I just should bring it back in. Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring that back in and go back over to something else. Let's go take a look at some other tools that will do a change in eye color. Realistic eye color changer. All right, so it says here upload an image, so let's go upload an image from phone device. And let's go find our futuristic lady over here. Hopefully that is the one that does not have the eyes done. I don't want to start a 7-day trial. I just want to see the darn thing do its thing. So we are at light fixed editor. Okay. And adjustment AI tools. Upscale AI expand. AI expand is always a cool thing. You add more stuff in the background over there. But I want to go and change some color to the eyes. Colorize? I'm not colorizing it. I want to make some adjustments maybe. Foreground, background. It'd be great if I could just find the eyes. Face retouch. Okay. Eyes. All right, so it's retouching it automatically for me. You could probably stop. Okay, it did that. All right, I want to do the eyes. Let's see, do some contrast over here. Yeah, I want to change the color of the eyes. That's all I want to do. That is okay. See, choose AI upscaler. Do I see the word eyes over here? Control EYE. I don't see the word eye on there. Avatar, sticker, person, filter, product, video, AI video generator. Let's go see what that does. That'd be kind of cool. Text to video, AI video generation. No, that's not what I want to go back to her. All right, upscale, expand, replace, clean up, image generator, AI filter. Maybe. Be kind of cool if I could find this. Let's go find something else that's a little easier. Change AI with online. I got a photo. Okay, I change color. Yeah, start free trial. I'm not paying for that. Lock that. Close this. Change eye color. Open image. And we will go and get this scratched photo. All right. I don't want to claim anything right now. Okay. Yeah, it found an eye. That's good. Cool. And we want eyeshadow, mascara, eye tint. Let's go do it something like this, I guess. Subtract, add. Oh, yeah, I'm making her all. That's not quite right. That's Polly making a mistake over there. All right, so I'm going to go and clear this up. There's an undo button. A good interface should have an undo button clearly there and not hidden by some sort of ad. The watermark, I don't care. So it did do like an AI tools. Does AI tools have an AI eye color? Adjust, face, background enhancer, crop, all sorts of stuff over here. Beauty, smoothing, wrinkle, clone, eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, eye tint. Let's take a look at that. Now it did say that there was. Let's see if we can zoom in there. We'll zoom in. Okay, but the only problem is I zoomed in and my brush size zoomed in as well. It should stay the same size, don't you think? All right, so I'm going to make it smaller like this. Maybe I'll make it totally small. This is a small, so I can go around this. All right, I'm selecting that color, and I'm going to go and say I want to make this blue. Yeah, it's doing a pretty good job. Now my mouse is a little crazy over there, so I'm going to go do that. And that's nice. Now I've gone into the iris over there, so I want to do some removal. So I will go and remove that. So it looks like she's a little bloodshot, man. Needs a little hair of the dog in the morning. She had a fun time last night. Except, yeah, I think we could whiten up. I guess we could use some white out there. Brush intensity. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. I think we'll go and add a little bit more over here. It's cool. And we'll do a little of removal. All right, so you're watching the lunchtime, the lunchtime video with Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard. I went to school for for animation. A little thing to be aware of. When you go to school and you write your first resume, do double check it for errors on there, because if you misspell the word animation and automation, it is quite likely that you could end up changing your entire career path. Look at that. That looks nice. I think it's a little too blue. I wish they had a little bit more selection. Oh, I guess we can. We can change those colors of those eyes to whatever we want. Yeah, that's neat. That is neat. Our intensity, I'm going to bring up the intensity on that. We'll hit that one more time. See if we can find a nice, look at those. All right. Let's get a nice kind of bluish gray. There's a green. I was never a fan of green. I always like the kind of a blue faded blue out there. This is kind of dark. It's not quite doing what I'm looking for. But yeah. Oh, I think I saw a little bit of blue, a little blue I liked over there. Somewhere in this area. It's hard to look at these two things at once. Look, can I drag this? I cannot drag this. All right, this is how dark it is. All right. This is, let's say do that. How is that doing? Oh, that's not too bad. Except, all right, I can see exactly how dark that is. I want to stay in this blue area. And what can I do over here? Yeah, it's pretty good. I think that's kind of in the range of what I wanted. Nice, except for the red. Actually, I bet your eyes would look better with green. The green goes well with that. Yeah, green eyes. Yeah, we're gonna stick with these pale blues. All right. And if I'm adjusting this, there's like doing absolutely nothing in there. All right, I like that. That seems to be good, pretty good. Photo, you're doing pretty well. I'm pretty impressed by what you're able to do. So I am going to go and say download this. It'll have the logo in there. You know what's really great about AI is that you can scratch photo, start free trial to download. You know what the really cool thing about having an AI stuff is, especially screen captures like this, is that I can go and make it, let's see, I think that's as big as I can get it. I'm going to go maybe a little larger. And I've got this photo over there, and it says I can close it. And it's going to give me a thing saying, hey, why don't you buy our product? I'm like, yeah, nah, I think that's okay. I'm just going to go grab a capture of this and go export it out into my studio from Snagit. And there is Snagit. It's got her now from these eyes, from that to that. That's pretty cool. I need to get rid of that photo over there. So what are we going to do with that? This side seems to be exactly the same as that side. What if I did this? What if I go to selection and I'm going to go and grab, let's see, I think this section, this bit over here. It looks good? Yeah. Hey, I'm going to take a look. I got to give a shout out to whoever's watching me over there out on Twitch and YouTube. By the way, you can say hello. I am doing a lunchtime session over here. I work in AI. I went to school at Savannah College of Art and Design, so I love playing around with image stuff. Usually during the lunchtime stuff, I do automation with different sorts of tools. If you're here for that, let me know. I'm just doing a lunchtime hour, and you can, to everyone, if you just basically write back to me. You don't have to, I won't specifically say who you are. You can keep your anonymity, all that stuff. And I lost them. They're gone. All right, so I'm going to go and say copy. And I'm going to hit Control V and do that, and I want to reverse it. So I'm going to go align. I don't want to align, I want to flip around the vertical. And I don't think that's what I really wanted to do. I will go flip around the vertical one more time, and I'll go flip around the horizontal. All right, there we go. And if I put this over here, look at that. Yeah, almost an exact match. Looks good. Now, if I can just erase a little bit of it, I'll put this here. Does that look good? Yeah, maybe I'll make it a little bigger. That won't work, that won't match. So I think it goes a little lower like this. It's good. Now all I need to do is erase that, and I'm not exactly sure if I remember the erase tools on this. I think we will go look for under more, blur, simplify magic wand, cut out, pen highlighter, eraser. So let's go. Oh, it's erasing the wrong thing. Control. That's one of the things I'm. Let's see. You know what we could do is I'm going to cut this. Sound good? And then I'm going to go edit, copy everything. I'm going to go edit, put, paste. I'm going to paste this on top of this so that I can have something in the background. And then I think what I'll do is over here, I'm going to go and grab my history, my Windows history over here, and paste that in there. We did. Looks good. Now this is on top of this. So I'm going to go and I think I'll put this in here and flatten all. I think we'll get this right here. Looks pretty good. And we've got that image. So I'm going to go and flatten that. Go flatten. We'll flatten that item there. Now it looks a little screwy. I understand. And now I'm going to put this on top. And then we're going to try to erase. We're going to try to erase that with the eraser. And I think the eraser is just erasing what's on the background. I think it did it, but yep, that's what it did. All right. So we are going to. How should we erase? That's the one thing I'm not quite sure on how this works. I've been trying to figure it out for a while. How do you erase on a top image rather than the stuff behind the scenes? See, I move that over there. That's good. But I want to erase on this. I wish that they would have something that would do that. Let's take a look at our eraser. I do have the protocols over here. I'm going to go and make this full screen. See if there's something in here. We have anti-aliasing, we have weight list, all that. That looks all good. Properties, effects. Only thing is I want to do it on the primary image, edit image. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe I just need to do that. Eraser. No, it always does it on the background image, and I'm not sure why. It would be nice. I'm sure it does it. Image, tools, effects. Canvas colors, select all, select edit image. Yeah, this is supposed to edit this, but it unfortunately does not. So what can we do? we're going to copy this and we're going to duplicate. We will duplicate. We will grab this guy here, zoom out, and we will duplicate this because this is probably going to have the, definitely going to have the, oh, that was our original one over. That was one that we did not have. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to go and, can I blur that out? Or we can do a file, new from clipboard. All right, so now I'm going to go, and from this, I'm going to go, we'll do it the hard way. We'll do the eraser. We're going to take out all of this and just erase that. And then I'm going to go edit, copy all, come back over here, and we're going to go and edit, paste, control, okay, this guy is going to go away, and we're going to paste on that and see where we match up our area there. Now this is moving a little bit too much there, so I'm holding on the control key to match our area exactly, so it looks pretty darn good. We'll do that. Yeah. We'll match that up. Yeah. I think that's pretty good for government work. Could also smooth it out. Let's go smooth that out a little bit. On our erase, opacity, we'll make it 50%. So we'll blend it out over here. I think I clicked way too much. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, it is just having a grand old time now, isn't it? Just absolutely amazing. Discard. We'll come back to that. Yeah, a little fun. Snag is pretty good at doing stuff like that. We're all good. Back to our eraser. Get the F. Yeah. Gonna get over the O. We'll get rid of this up here. And we'll get rid of the R. And then I'm going to go to the opacity to almost to 1. Because I think 0. Let's see, 0 is 0 anything. I'll go to my darkest area. See, 0 is nothing. Hit Control Z. I don't see anything changing over there. So we'll put the opacity at 1. I'll put the opacity at 1. Faucet. We'll faucet to do it. I don't know who I'm imitating there. Maybe the opacity needs to be at 5 to be seen. I can see that. So we'll make it opaque there. A little blurry, blurry, blurry. Blurry, 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 blurry. All right. Now we got that. Looks good. And now I'm going to go and edit, copy all. We'll come back to this one. Cancel, delete. And paste this on top. And we still got a little bit of the logo in there. So let's go back to the logo. We'll go back to erasing just a little bit more. Erase just a little bit more now. A width, I want to make it a little smaller. What is this? Okay, it's just the size. All right. So we will make this entirely like that. Cool. So we got that wholly blown up, and then we will come back down to around an 8. And we will just go and fuzzy out the rest on that. So it looks like it matches. We'll match that. Yeah. Totally fuzzed out there. And now we've got that. I think we should be pretty good. We'll edit, copy all. Copy all. We'll come back over here. Control Z. Do that. Hit the paste. And we'll see how that looks. Oh, not too bad. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Just a little bit more at the tops and the bottoms. Let's see, what do we have? Over here. All right. We'll go draw a little bit more. We'll go erase just a little bit more over here. And a little bit over here. Looks good. And on this side, it was the top over here. I don't know why I lose the eraser. That's what I wanted to do. So we'll go and make it a little bit more there. Edit, copy all, come back over here, delete that, paste that. Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty good. I'm going to do this. I'm going to merge all this, flatten all, and we'll bring it up a little bit because we have that little overlap over there. So I'm going to bring this up. Seriously? What am I on? I'm on selection. I want crop. That's what I want. So I will crop this up just a little bit. And crop. And boom. And we'll take the edge and flatten all. And maybe take a blur, a merge, simplify, magic wand, highlighter, erase, magnify, blur. We'll take the blur. And I'm going to go blur this out a little bit. What am I doing here? Why is it? Should be. Yeah, it's not what I want at all. All right, let's try that one more time. So it's a type. It's pixelation. No. Nope. Let's see. I hear a blink. I think we're blowing out a whole section over here. Let's go take a look at my intensity. I don't think that's exactly what I really want over there. That's not the tool I'm looking for. Blur, selection, magic wand, cutout, pen, eraser. Oh, my phone thinks I'm talking to it. Hi, Siri. Hey, Siri, tell me a joke. Hey, Siri, tell me a joke.
Do you know what to do when you feel cold? Stand in the corner of a room. They're normally 90 degrees.
Oh, you are just the king of dad jokes today. Yeah, I like that. I think it looks good. A little blur included in there, so I've got the whole blur. Not a bad session for an hour's worth of work over here. So I'm going to leave it at that. This is Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard. I want to tell you I appreciate you watching. And we just had someone join. What? 2 people just joined from YouTube just as I'm about to wrap it up over here. I can't believe it. You guys came over. You should see all the cool things I was doing today. I took this whole picture, and we were looking at how images get upscaled. Let's see. This is Photor that I used over here to look at this. What other things was I using today? Just to get you up to speed. This was some pictures I pulled over here. This was a picture of Russell Crowe. We did some colorization over here. We are going to take a look at how unblurring works. So I am going to go and finish that off with the images that we are going to. Last thing was the blur. All right, we had the little girl over here. We're going to look at all of the different final unblurring processes that are available. I think I did it with every single one of them. This is nice. There's our general model. There's our denoise. There's our colorization model. And this was not black and white. This is overblown. There's a scratch repair. And there's actually a free face model over there. There's no scratches in there. There's color. I think we did everything we could. I think this is pretty darn good. The soft one over there. This is really well done. Anyway, our general model, not as good. So, yeah, just pick the right model. But, I mean, look at that. From that to that, it's not too bad. All right, everybody, this is Paul Grossman. This has been the Dark Arts Wizard. I will be doing more live sessions with other tools and other cool stuff. I thank you for joining me and hanging out. And if there's something you want, sit there and shout out. Put it on in the description. Let me know what you want to see done, what you want me to see attempt to get and interact with. If it's images, if it's pictures, if it's automation, shout out. Let me know. Until then, I'm Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard. Have yourself a great day.